Welcome to Fit Gear, the show where we test out the latest products to find out what's hot and what's not in the world of fitness. I'm Rob.
And I'm Nana.
And I'm particularly excited today because I'm a big cyclist, and the first product we're reviewing is new web racing technology for fitness bikes.
And I can see the excitement on your face. I bet you can't wait to get stuck in. Now, but what is so great about this product is it's designed to take away the boredom of static cycling at home by allowing you to cycle on all different terrains all over the world.
That's exactly right, Nana. And we're very fortunate today in the studio with us. We've got Duncan from Instyle Fitness to tell us a bit more about it. Duncan, welcome to the show.
Super, thank you very much for having me on.
So tell us, what is this about then? What is this web racing technology about?
Well, basically we fully know that, as you explained, with training it's very difficult to stay motivated, so you need to engage people in what they're seeing and also put people together so that they can train with friends. So we have developed a whole series of software that goes on your PC. It basically provides a whole series of virtual tracks, but some of them are very close to the real world, others are a little bit more crazy. Then of course he can connect up over the internet and he can actually talk and race against somebody and see them live on screen, or their virtual character live on screen.
Well, that's a big thing for me. I'm training for a big race at the moment and I'm doing it with some friends. Some of them live on the other side of the world.
Yep.
I'd love to train with them, but you know, short of me flying all the way around, halfway around the world to go on a bike ride, this allows us to do that in your own home.
Yep, as long as you deal with the time distance, either in terms of basically either late at night or early in the morning.
They'll be asleep.
Like, exactly, that's not a problem, but as long as they're awake, you can train against them.
So instead of me just being on my bike, in my front room, sweating it out with just trying to keep myself entertained somehow, this does that. It kind of puts you in that virtual world of being out cycling anywhere in the world and against other people.
Yeah, we've got street racing, we've got mountain biking, we've got dirt bike, we've got on the velodrome, or you can do it in the desert, or even slightly more obscure, you can race on the moon.
Duncan, so does it have to be one of these bikes? Or can my dad, he's got his little bike in the utility room, can he hook up his static bike to this?
Not at all. It really doesn't matter. If you have a road bike and you put it onto rollers so you can train on the house, whether you have a very standard sort of exercise home fitness bike, you're going to have to take the plastic covers off because we've got to find a wheel. As soon as we've got a wheel, we can make it work.
So really simple, you could be up and running in what?
I would think in about 20 minutes, you're from scratch, you're totally up and running. If you hop on, I'll get it, I'll press race now.
So there's me there. That's
so
me.
You've got yourself, you're watching yourself, but of course you can actually look at yourself in one more normal position as what you'd see yourself on the bike. We can take away the cameraman, or we can bring you back again. Or if you want to see sometimes where the competitors are sneaking up behind you, we have a rotational view. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Okay, so these are the guys I'm racing against on this particular course.
Exactly. You can see this cluster of guys, and as they get closer to you, they're actually you'll see them on screen, and if they pass you, you're going to see them pass you.
But at the moment, I'm winning.
You are indeed.
Yeah, for now.
And that's where you see where you have positive red numbers when you're in the lead. When somebody passes you, they become green numbers, but you'll see them as they pass you on screen.
Okay.
And if you were playing somebody online, say in another country, or your friend in his house or her house, you'd be able to see them on the screen as well.
Absolutely.
If they were in the
Dave or John or Nana on here would actually be a real live person. And if you've got speakers and a microphone or a spare headphones, you can talk to each other.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So
get out of my way.
Exactly. So you can have a bit of baiting and have a bit of fun, as you push each other on.
It really does bring that kind of experience about being out on the road with other people into your home.
Exactly.
Now I do quite a lot of cycle training in terms of training for races. So how can this be used as a training tool in terms of that over a long period of time, not just a one-off?
Every session that you do, you have the opportunity to save it. And that's saved on your own personal file, because many people can use this system. It doesn't have to be a single system. Okay. And then you can literally allocate your data to one of the pacers. So your best ride ever, you can allocate to a pacer, or if you're feeling a bit off, you can take one of your worst rides down and put it down to see if you can beat them.
So essentially, I could be racing against myself.
Correct. Yep.
And just to track that and progress that and try and beat that obviously every time.
You can try and beat yourself, or you can actually put the speed in, say for a world record level, or someone you just want to have a constant speed. You've got a whole series of options that you can put in to train against.
Okay, so I can see on this course at the moment, so it's going up, I'm about to hit a hill. So I guess I can adjust that here on my bike.
Yeah, you can adjust your resistance on your bikes, and here you'll see is the gradient is telling you that you're starting to climb. Now on your bike, you'll actually need to manually do that to get a bit of a feel for that. But there are a number of the bikes basically where the software will automatically do that, so when you see a hill, you'll feel a hill.
So again, even more realistic, bring that realistic cycling experience back into the home. Now, tell us a bit more, Duncan, about the other information that's on the bottom of the screen there. What have we got?
We've got an ultra rabbit. Now, an ultra rabbit is somebody that will actually try to do a little bit more than you and try and pull you on.
Okay.
Some of the other paces.
So kind of like a personal trainer who's there just kind of egging you on. Come on, just go faster, let's go faster.
And it'll always try to push you that little bit further.
Can you beat them?
You can beat them.
Okay,
yes,
good.
you definitely can beat them.
That's important.
You can beat them. They're not always going to win.
I'm certainly enjoying this a lot more than I would normally be just in my room on the exercise bike or in the gym. But that's my opinion. I've done my turn.
Come on, get off.
Anna,
it's my turn.
It's over to you.
Bring it on.
So I was out in the desert, lost in the desert, apparently by the name of it. Where do you fancy going, Anna?
I fancy somewhere in the street.
Okay, we'll stick you in small town where you've got some cars and some other big things to chase. So you're the red rider in the middle. And of course, we can make you male or female in terms of being a rider.
Oh, that's good, yes.
And you can choose a couple of different bikes that you might want to be cycling on.
Yes.
So if you've got a preference in that in the virtual world.
See, I noticed I'm on a cycle path as well, which is quite good, isn't it?
You are indeed, and you're wearing a helmet.
My helmet.
Very good. Very, very safe. Not in the studio though. Less dangerous.
No, nothing to worry about.
So now are there more racers that Nana's racing against there than there was when I was riding out in the desert?
We've got this one set up with 6, so there's a whole pack that are about to chase Nana in a second here. So she's putting on a bit of speed and putting them to shame.
Will there be any cars or anything else?
I think there are some cars, I think, on this course somewhere. We will catch up with them.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's one going the other way. Exactly. And if you've got a number of bikes, basically do have the function to steer, and you can switch steering on, in which case you're in control of the steering. And of course, if you can steer, you can also crash.
Oh, I see.
So you can actually crash.
You can crash.
And you can come off.
Yeah, physically you will not come off, but you'll see your body spiralling through the air and hitting the dirt.
So what if I want to stop for a drink?
Well, if you stop cycling, obviously you're going to stop moving through the virtual world.
We've crashed. What happened?
I slowed down, darlings.
Look for a drink.
But hang on. So the cars can knock me down. What about the lorries and things?
Yeah, they can. Anything that's, if you go through another moving vehicle, they can crash into you, basically. So unfortunately, you can't steer out the way of them. All you can do is slow at junctions and try and avoid them, as if it was in the real world. Yes. Yeah.
But you're talking about exercising. You wanted to stop for a drink there.
Yes, well, see, that's the thing.
All important. I mean, the exercise bikes have got the holders for drinks.
But if you want to stop for a drink, how does that?
Well, also you can set up, if you need to remind yourself, is that you can set every 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes that literally the virtual rider will literally take a drink from his bottle, and that will remind you to take a drink. Yeah.
So it really is that kind of having that personal trainer along with you again. That these are all aspects which, as a cyclist, when I'm out training, I sometimes forget to do. I don't do these things as much. And having this as a personal trainer, I think could be really, really useful.
Well, it's nice. I like the fact you can choose all the different courses as well.
Yeah.
Play against people all over the world, if you want to. I'm finding myself getting very competitive and trying to catch up with the other riders now.
You do.
If you're doing it at home, on your own, it's a little bit boring, but it really does kind of motivate you to try and keep up with the others.
Even though you know they're not real people, you don't want to be the one who's left behind.
Well, they could be. No, they could be though if you're playing online.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, they could be.
So
they could be. It is. I mean, this is absolutely brilliant. I'm loving what I'm seeing here.
And of course, once the information is like in a PC, there's nothing to stop it putting on your big television at home either.
And kind of projecting it right up in front of you.
42-incher. Has he got any in circuits with the Taj Mahal or anything like that?
Don't have the Taj Mahal. We have some French Alps.
Oh, lovely.
But if you really fancy going a little wacky, you can race on the moon.
Oh, that's great.
Nice. No, just don't forget your oxygen.
We're already now starting to talk to schools and things like this about setting up racing between schools or between clubs. Of course, remember, if you're missing a class at a club, there's nothing to stop it as it starts to spread out around the country, is that you're at home and you join in the session whilst they're doing it at the club. You're just doing it online.
So that could be maybe the future of where this technology then branches by enabling people to do this in their home. Then the other online services come up so that there's forums which you can kind of be part of, a virtual club from around the world, go out on your cycles at a particular time.
Because if you can't be bothered to go to the gym, and let's face it, if it's raining outside, you don't fancy getting, I'll go to the gym. You do it indoors. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things I really love about this technology. It motivates you to do the training when you might not otherwise be bothered because it's raining, because it's wet, because you have to do it on your own. Yeah. This changes all of that.
I think that's the crucial thing is that you're doing it with yourself, with other people, and that makes that connection. Because also, if you've agreed to meet people online, it's just like agreeing to go down the club or something like this. There's a bit of pressure which gives you that extra edge to get on your bike and do your hours.
It's exactly that. It's exactly that. From personal experience, I know sometimes you can't be bothered, but if you've told somebody else you're going out with them,
That's right.
you have to. Well, I've certainly learned loads about web racing technology today. I was vaguely aware of it beforehand, but I had no idea how versatile it was and also how it really can be used to enhance your training. It's not just a gimmick, it can really enhance your training. Well, if you want to find out any more information about the web racing or any of the products that we test here on Fit Gear, go to the website, all the information's up there.